everybody. So, yeah, I noticed that the way I was eating is different from the summertime. I don't know, have y'all ever been through that? In the summertime, your food's a lot lighter than you do in the wintertime or the fall. So I noticed that in the summertime, I was eating a lot of more vegetables, and I drank a whole lot of juice, but water was in it as well, but it was only sparkling water. I can't deal with regular flat water. So I noticed that I stopped eating spinach and a lot of vegetables soon as the fucking weather changed. So what I was doing was eating, like, during the summertime, I was just eating the proteins alone. So if I was eating chicken or I was eating fish or lamb chops, I would eat that alone, and that would be my meal for the day. I noticed that my appetite wasn't all that good, but it was like getting crazy. Like the summertime, it looked like I was starving myself. If anybody was to sit here and watch me eat my meals on a daily basis, you'll think that I'm on a strict diet, or I was just depriving myself of food. So take for example, my favorite dish is pasta and salmon. But this summer, I didn't even touch the pasta. And this was funny because I'm sitting here like, okay, there's something wrong. I have a very weird palate. Like I have a very weird appetite for certain things. So I'll be sitting here starving to death, and all I'm eating is this small of a portion, and it won't even be vegetables or starch or anything like that. It would be strictly the meats and stuff. So I made lamb chops. Oh my God, lamb chops is to die for. Love it. And I made a whole pound of it. So it was like, oh my God. So I kind of tore that up. It took me about 5 days to eat the whole pound. Then I bought 3 pounds of it. So the more I start eating it, the more I start liking it, because I'm like, I could switch out ground beef for lamb chop, just like how I switched out chicken for fish, and then realized that it was nothing wrong with chicken. So I put it back in my diet, because one person was telling me that eating all this is not good for you, then telling me the chicken. Now somebody's telling me eating chicken is even worse. I don't know how the hell do they think eating chicken was worse. Just like they talking about you can't eat ground beef, you can't eat pork. Then I was watching a YouTube video of Dr. Sebi's wife and the family, and they were sitting here talking about the veganisms and the herbs and stuff, the medicinal properties that Dr. Sebi's stuff had, his herbal stuff had. And then right after that video, I seen a lot more videos related to that video, was about people who turned into veganism and they switched out a lot of foods. So my question to one person was, well, for the holidays, when you have dinner with your family, how you manage to keep a diet while eating with your family? Because I know your whole family is not vegan. So I know there ain't no vegan meals, going to come into play. So I met a girl on YouTube, started watching her videos. I thought her videos was amazing. And she's a vegan. So she became a vegan about 10 years ago, and she starts teaching her friends about veganism. All of her friends is vegans now, which I'm shocked. I'm very impressed, because one of her friends was like living by meat, living by everything. Like he was all about eating out. So his favorite food was steak, potatoes. He's a meat and potatoes type of guy, but he was all for the burgers, the ribs, and stuff like that. And he lived in Chicago. So it took him about 5 years to learn all about veganism. So by 2021 came, he was an official vegan. And he even made a video talking about how he went from eating meats to eating vegan food, plant-based foods. And he started taking medicinal stuff to get him right. And he made a video based off of plant-based foods and shakes and stuff. Now, my weakness is shakes. I love shakes, but it's not plant-based. So I wanted to know, what is plant-based and where can I find it at in New York City? And normally in New York City, a place like that, is not hard for you to find a lot of things. So I started looking up online, kind of find out they do have some vegan products here in the Bronx. And I started going to store to see which one sells real vegan stuff. And I went to GNC. I saw they had vegan shakes, vegan protein powder shakes and all that stuff. If you want to make a juice, like you want a juice, you could do that as well. So I went to a juicing store and I saw that they had a lot of stuff that was vegan friendly, diabetic friendly. So I started buying it. I spent about $21 a month on this stuff because I thought it was like the best thing ever. Couldn't find out it was, because I noticed the difference in my appetite. I noticed the difference in my sick, like I used to be prone to getting sick all the time, colds, sinus infections and stuff like that. But ever since I started drinking that and I started cutting out all the dairies and the caffeine and stuff, everything became a lot better. I was able to breathe. I was able to gain a little more, energy, and I'd be ready to go outside and do whatever. I was walking a lot. I wanted to sweat a lot. That was all that energy that I didn't know I had. And then I went back to drinking coffee because, let's face it, what else is going to give you the energy? So every now and then I'm back and forth, with the coffees, the shakes, the juice. And ain't no way in hell there's sugar in this juice and stuff, which I love. Because I was like, maybe it's time that I do lower it, like just tone it down just a bit. Same thing with breads, because I was just saying to myself tonight, my chicken and pasta I had tonight, I made it in a healthy way, okay? And I cut out the oils. I do the olive oil and avocado oil. So if I make anything, it will be in that. And it tastes a lot lighter and better. And I felt a lot better because the regular canola oil, it made everything feel heavy. And it still has, like, the food will hold that oil in. Like, bottom line, it wasn't good for me. And I hate to see my food in my plate, in the bottom of the plate, you have a lot of oil in it. So that makes me, want to switch out oils, which I did. It's worth the money though. That I was complaining about the price because them oils is $13, but it's worth it. And the bottles is not small. So if you really want some good oils, the avocado oil is good. The extra virgin olive oil is good. The extra virgin olive oil, they cost about $6-7. It's worth the price. Get it. The avocado oil is $13. Depends on what brand you got. Mine was $13 and it's worth it. It lasted me for 3 months. That bottle, trust and believe, you cannot run out of that quick. Then I started juicing, and that did a lot for me too. And it also cut down my I wasn't as hungry as I was before. So that was just a little heads up I wanted to give y'all. I hope y'all like this. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends and family. Until then, I'll see y'all next time.